Gotta wait a little 60 seconds. Let's wait a little 60 seconds. And so I can hear it on my. I'm just waiting just to get that clarity. Try to get that clarity. Ooh. Just trying to get clarity. All right. Wait a little 60 seconds. Let's wait a little 60 seconds. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right, audio sounds good. All right, audio sounds good. Audio sounds real good. Audio sounds real good. Hey, Charles, man, how you doing, man? Jesus is Lord. Hello, Charles. Man, I literally thought what you've been saying, man. I'm definitely gonna start up a Patreon, but I'm gonna make it free. I'm gonna start it off free. Maybe make it free, maybe for the next 6 months or maybe even a year. I was thinking about just putting all the books and stuff like that that I've been reading or books that I am reading, give notes on it, give my notes on it. But it's good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. I'm happy to see you, man. I'm happy to see you. You kind of inspired me when you said the Discord, but I think I'm gonna do Patreon, and I'm gonna make it free. So don't worry, it's gonna be free. You don't have to pay for it. It's gonna be free for you. So yeah, I just want to share my notes, the things that I'm learning. So yeah, the book club. You see, I'm gonna see. Look, you know exactly where I'm coming from. The book club, and I'm gonna see if I can get the PDF version so I could put like the whole PDF in there so you guys could just read it, study, and be good. So that's definitely what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna make sure you guys get the opportunity. Oh, Charles, man, don't make me smile, man. I appreciate it, but I think I want to start it off. My voice kind of sounds a little raspy a little bit. But I'm gonna start it off maybe for like the first couple of months, just so I could start building, the group, the community, and things like that. And after I build the group and the community, then I'll do the pay Patreon. But right now it's free. I'm gonna get it set up. I will let you guys know. I will make a community post, so look out for the community posts. I am also gonna go live on TikTok not too long from right now. So I just want to update my TikTok, and my YouTube algorithm and things like that. Charles, thank you for joining, and it should be a good discussion. I usually get a lot of good discussions um, on TikTok. So let's see. My voice feeling a little raspy, man. Not gonna lie to you. Voice feeling a little raspy. Yeah, so don't worry, Charles, man. I'll let you know. And I'll also make sure I let you know like during my next live stream, maybe like Mondays. So I don't know if you know the schedule, Charles, but on YouTube, I live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 8 o'clock. So every Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday, 8 o'clock, I'm live streaming. Um, every day I live stream on TikTok. At least I try to, unless I have an important thing happening. Sometimes I gotta attend to important things, but like I work and stuff like that. So, but yeah, just a heads up. Just a heads up. That's my schedule. The thing is, let me see something. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the algorithm going for TikTok. TikTok takes a while. But yeah, Charles, man. Yeah, that's the plan, man. That's the plan. Definitely want to make a Patreon and stuff like that for everyone. Hey, Zibby. Today is just regular study session. It's gonna be a little study sesh, understanding the scriptures, understanding the Bible, getting context and things like that. I actually saw somebody else live stream. Hey, man, Charles, I appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. I actually have been let me present to share my screen so I can at least show you. Um, if you guys are joining in, I've actually been reading this or taking a look at this book, right? I'm always looking at books, right? And I think it's really like powerful. Uh, yeah, I think that's fine. Um, let me refresh it real quick. Yes, for those. Oh, before I started off, I have to start off with the daily scripture. We always got to start off with daily scripture. All right, we're gonna do John chapter 3, verse 16 and 18. You always got to start off with the word. Starting off, getting a good best foot forward. So we're gonna start with John chapter 3, verse 16 and 18. Ah. All right, just to start it off, get it right, kick it off. We're gonna start off with John chapter 3, verse 16 and 18 before we get into this little study sesh. Hey, what's good, man? What's good? Let's start with John chapter 3, verse 16 and 18. For it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He who believes in him is not condemned, but he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God." All right. What is the origin of the name you worship? You mean Yahweh? God just is a title. It's not somebody's personal name. Um, Definitely don't believe it's somebody's personal name. It's a title. In the scriptures, angels are called Elohims. The devil is called Elohim. Moses is called Elohim. So yeah, just the title God. God is just the title. It can mean ruler, and it's all depending on the context. I literally had somebody yesterday who talked about how context doesn't matter. So context does matter, right? It matters a lot. And anything you read, context does matter. I literally posted that on my YouTube Shorts the other day. Oh, today actually, of somebody saying that. I was kind of baffled. Okay, I was baffled when I heard that. I mean, what's your proof behind that? Did you know? Hey guys, like up the live stream. We only had 244. Let's try to get to 500. Let's try to get to 500. My voice feeling kind of raspy. Not gonna lie. Slavery. So yeah, I've been taking a look at a book about Alfonso the First, King of Congo. I mean, all right, if it's well documented, give me scholars, give me things like that. I mean, if it's well documented, I mean, just give me the resource. You know what I'm saying? And I would evaluate them myself. Oh yeah, Charles, I know you've seen it. It was probably one of the most craziest things. The discussion was longer. It was like 15, 20 minutes. But I just took that small snippet. I'm actually gonna add more snippets onto it. Yeah, give your resources. Did you know? Just Charles, you finished the Islamic Antichrist by Joel Richardson. Yeah, definitely something I'll have to take a look at. Maybe you could put that in a little Patreon with the free Patreon and have everybody see those books and things like that. But yeah, I wanted to talk about how I know this is kind of off topic, but I'm gonna get back to the law and slavery in the Bible and all those things. We're soon gonna conclude with that session real soon, but yeah, I read it. And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so even must the Son of Man be lifted up. Yep, 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 yep. So Afonso Mazipa, King of Congo, he's actually the first Christian king in Congo, and how it spread during like the 1500s and how it became very powerful and things like that. And then, hi, I'm your Lord. Oh, dear, we already got trolls in here already. Oh dear. Anyways, but yeah, he was the first Christian king or ruler in which will be in the modern day DRC, Dominican Republic of Congo, and a little bit more west of that. But yeah, I've been trying my best to study a lot, guys. You know, I work a regular job. I'm a regular civilian. I work, so obviously I can't engulf everything that I've transpired in the past couple of days or weeks. You know, when I take my time to study, you know, you don't rush the process. I think it's very satisfying when you take your time to study something and you actually grasp it instead of just making arguments and not actually grasping what you're reading or understanding and things like that. So, hey, never rush the process, man. Never rush the process, man. Never do that. If you guys are here, like up the live stream, like it up. Everybody on TikTok land. Hey, my voice feeling raspy. Very, very raspy. Let's get some water. Oof. But anyways, so yeah, for the past couple of for this whole week, I've been talking about slavery in the Bible, just trying to understand the context, just trying to understand everything. So, hey, thank you, Marcellus, with the like, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's try to get the live stream to 500 likes. Hey, blessings to you too. Blessings to you too, brother. Blessings to you. Uh, guys, I am live on. Thank you, Marcellus, for joining the club, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the heart, brother. I appreciate you, man. You always showing love, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I've been talking about slavery in the Bible. I've been reading books. I am actually gonna make maybe a long form content on my YouTube. I'll make it a short on TikTok too, because just to cater to my TikTok guests, it's about this first Christian king in Congo, which is not Congo now, but it'll be called the DRC, what we call it now, Dominican Republic of Congo, which is very interesting too. And I want to talk more about that because I'm talking about slavery in the Bible, history, and things like that. So I'm bringing them all together. And, you know, I'm taking my time because if I'm presenting these information to you guys, I have to be somewhat educated. I can't just be like throwing information. I'm not educated. And I feel like when they study something, they just study it just so they can make a video on it instead of actually understanding and coming with grasp of it. Because I feel like that's important. You gotta digest the information that you're getting. So yes, if you guys on TikTok land, like Marcellus, man, appreciate you, brother. Liking up the live stream, man. I appreciate it. Maybe we could get the algorithm going. And you guys share it, repost it, because that's usually how the algorithm works on TikTok. Because we gotta cater to the TikTok algorithm, just like how YouTube have an algorithm right here. So there's every platform has their own algorithm things you have to do. So yeah, we've been talking about Exodus chapter 21 verse 2 to 7, Exodus chapter 21 verse 7 to 11, Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 10 to 14, uh, Leviticus 25 verse 44 to 46, understanding ancient historical context. We've been looking at these things. So I feel like it's very essential. I feel like I've been repeating myself, but I've been saying this for the past live stream. It's an African proverb that repetition is the mother of all herbs. That means repetition is very vital for you to grow in any knowledge and understanding. That's how people learn. It's by repetition. Keep doing something, the more you begin to understand. So that's my model. That's my belief. And hey, man, thank you, Marcellus. Man, we almost had 1,000 likes because of you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. But yeah, so we've been talking about slavery in the Bible and things like that. We've been talking about it in depth. We've been trying to get the context of it, and we just want to understand. And I think it's vital. Let me go. Sorry, guys, if you guys can't see, I'm also on YouTube, and I also have like a book that I'm showing. And the book I have been reading for the past couple of days is called Human Rights in Deuteronomy. It was made in 2014 by a scholar. So this is scholarly research. This is not no commoner, you know, since people love to hear scholarly opinion. So that's what I'm providing for you guys. And it talks about, you know, the Exodus chapter 21, verse 2 to 6, and Exodus chapter 21, verse 7 to 11. And I had a dialogue or discussion. I want to talk about two things exactly. I had a dialogue with somebody who said that context wasn't essential in anything, right? Like I just told him, forget about the Bible, right? Forget about the Bible. Is context important? He was like, nah. He said context wasn't important. I said, to understand history, don't you need context? He was like, nah. And then after that, I knew where the conversation was going to go from there, because if he doesn't believe context, then context is worthless to have a discussion if you don't believe context is important. So I don't even know how to say it. Red. So what is your opinion then? But yeah, and not only is context also is important, I think understanding historical context is important, right? Something that somebody brought up in Exodus chapter 21, verse 7 to 11, right? They'll say, oh, why is a person, selling his daughter? And I said this last time, is that people feel like people back then didn't love their children, right? Which is absurd. In every generation, in every time era, throughout human history, you have people who love their children and you have people who don't love their children. We see it in all spans of life, right? Doesn't matter what culture, you have people who love their children, those who don't love their children. And when they read this verse, they think, wow, these parents at these time, they think the whole ancient Near East didn't love their children. No, they're doing these things because they love their children, actually. I know it's kind of hard for us to grasp, but they doing it because they love their child, right? Because if they're not able to provide and protect and give food for their family at that moment, what can the father do, right? The father is pretty much, I guess you could say, useless to her, right? Obviously, that's still her father and things like that. But I keep preaching and talking about that, how we have government assistance. They have government assistance, right? Our government assistance, we get food stamps. The government helps us. There's so much parameters to help us, to keep us from stumbling in the United States. Like it's almost since like if you become like dirt poor, it's part on you a little bit. It is because it's no way, especially in a society that gives us so much opportunity, at least America, it gives us a lot of opportunities so we don't stumble. Hey, Marcellus, man, appreciate brother for the 11 popular, man. I appreciate it, man. Let's get this live stream going, man. Let's get this TikTok live stream going. But yeah, I think it's very essential and I think it's very necessary. And I feel like it's not talked much because when they read Exodus chapter 21, verse 7-11, they're reading it through our culture lens. And there's something I've been studying called the culture river. So the culture river means like whatever your culture is talking about, that's what they're going to observe. Yes, we have to get this out. Amen. Keep it up, brother. I will, brother. Thank you, Marcellus, man. Thank you for the love, man. Amen. I appreciate it genuinely, man. I really, really do. But yeah, anytime they look at the Bible, they refuse to look at the culture lens, man. Like it's called the culture river. Like different cultures prioritize different things, right? Just like how the ancient Near East, right? They prioritize living, right? Today we don't, like if a drought or a famine came, we're not going to suffer as much because you know what? Because we're not an agriculture society. We're an industrial society, meaning that we go to a flea market, we go to a store, we go to a Kroger's, we go to a Publix, we go to a Trader Joe's, we go to whatever the case may be. We go to these things. And when we go to these things, we're able to shop and buy. They couldn't go shop and buy. The only shopping and buying they doing is getting their crops, feeding the animals. That's their crops. I mean, that's their flea market. That's their Publix. That's their Kroger's. That's their everything. And I feel like we don't appreciate the context. We don't appreciate the context. So when we look at Exodus chapter 21, verse 7-11, they say, well, why is this man selling his daughter? Well, he's selling his daughter to become a wife. There's something called bride price and dowry. This we kind of see this today, where we see arranged marriage, right? I heard somebody said arranged marriage is evil. I mean, that's your culture preference, right? You think that arranged marriage is evil. Some people believe arranged marriage is not evil, right? Yeah, the two greatest laws. You should love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. So for those on YouTube, it said, the guy said, if a person doesn't obey the commandments, then they don't love Jesus, right? Well, according to Jesus' words, that sounds about right to me. That sounds about right to me. And the two greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah, all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and there's times where we still sin and still stumble and things like that. But not every day am I lusting. Not every day, maybe rarely. There's not every day out of a drink, so I can't. So some sins may not apply to me. Some people may be more like lying or not fully telling the truth and things like that. So yeah, I feel like it's just my voice, man. Definitely got to recuperate. So I'm gonna bring up a guest. I see Books want to join up, so we're gonna have our first dialogue going up. Hello,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Wait, is your name Expounding?
It is.
Hi, Expounding. I'm
Hey.
Books.
Hey, Bucks, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me up.
No problem. So, what's your thoughts or questions or whatever the case may be?
I guess my first question is kind of just I'm curious about you. So, like, maybe you could tell me about who you are and I see that what kind of realm of questions you'd be willing to answer or think about.
Um, so far I've been talking about the Old Testament. Specifically, I've been talking about how I've been studying like certain passages when it comes to slavery in the Bible. So I've just that's literally like what you see my channel name is about expounding knowledge is just me growing in knowledge and understanding. So I've been studying all the passages regarding that in the context.
Interesting. Okay. Um, I assumed when I wrote law that you were referring to like legal studies.
That you're not I want to be honest, you're not the first person who thought that. I had somebody yesterday, yes, yesterday. He said some type, I forgot the name of the law, right? And I never heard of the law before. He said, "Well, you're talking about law." And then I realized, maybe I should have probably specified a little more. Maybe.
Yeah, I was ready to come up here and I thought you were like an attorney or a
Oh
law
no.
student. And I was like, I wanted to talk about the Securities and Exchange Act of 1933 and 1934 and talk about like securities laws.
Oh
That's what I
no,
enjoy.
man. That's not my expertise, man. That's not my expertise.
Wow. I won't hold you. I am an atheist, so I don't believe in a god or anything. So
Oh, okay. Oh, it's okay,
Yeah.
man.
not for me.
I understand. Last week I actually had a whole bunch of uh I had a panel called Why Aren't You a Christian? Why Are You a Christian? Just to see and like test the field. So I had a lot of atheists who came up. So anybody's free to come up and we can have a dialogue or conversation whenever the case may be. I don't discriminate, so yeah.
Very cool. Well, yeah. I'll let you go. Yeah, I don't. I study religion and respect religion, but I don't believe that religions are true, so I just won't engage. But thank you. Have a
No
nice
problem.
day.
Same to you, man.
Bye.
Bye. All right, set of all, man. How you doing, man? Oh, I didn't even bring him up. I clicked it and it didn't even register yet.
Hey man,
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I would be better if my voice wasn't feeling so raspy, man.
Ooh, that's not great.
It is not.
That's not great.
Every time I'm talking, my voice go
Hey.
ups and down, fluctuates. So, see,
Would you be willing to try something super duper weird? Like, don't worry. No. You can do it right here on the live. You don't have to go anywhere. It's not anything crazy. One of the things I like to do is take kind of okay. One of the things that happens when our throat is sore is that it's a little out of alignment, so it creates a little sore spot. So is it because you have a sore throat?
oh, it most definitely is. I gotta most definitely. There ain't no doubt about it. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so is it on the left side or the right side of your throat that you really feel that?
To be honest, I couldn't even tell you. for like my whole throw at this
So-
moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, no biggie. I'm sorry. That sucks. Ice cream? Maybe. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I wasn't expecting ice cream. I was not expecting ice cream.
I don't know, man. I mean, as soon as you were like, it's everywhere. I'm like, yep, ice cream. You're screwed. Sorry. So what's an interesting and engaging conversation for you? Like I know it's so weird. Like I keep on coming on these lives, and some people want this or that. I can be whatever they want. What is a good whetstone upon which to sharpen the blade of your thinking?
Interesting way to put it. Well, what I've been talking about is, since people see my name on my channel, which is, or TikTok account, doesn't matter. Expounding knowledge, which is just me just growing in knowledge and understanding. At least the past couple of weeks, man, it's been longer than a couple of weeks. I've been studying like slave passages in the Old Testament and things like that. How do we understand it? What's the historical context, ancient Near East context, compared to the other ancient Near East laws at that time? And just fun studies, man. Fun studies.
It's a hoot. I gotta tell you, studying slavery, it's a hell of a Saturday night. Thank you for laughing, because I was like, this joke's either gonna fly or it's not gonna fly. Sorry, I'm a big dopey white guy, so I took a crack for the edge on that one.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did.
So how about this? Like, I can talk about kind of anything. I have all sorts of cool thoughts. For me, the minutia of the Bible is a funny thing, because it's hard sometimes to see it in the context of first person experience, and I'm not a believer by any means, but I'm pretty fluent, as it were, I'm pretty fluent in whatever. Who gives us? Like, how about this? The Sermon on the Mount, the pearls before swine, do not share holy things with dogs. Do not throw pearls before swine. Can I dissect that just a little bit? I think you might find it fun.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you have a dog?
No.
Or have you ever lived with a dog or anything like
Yes,
that?
I have lived with a dog. Yeah.
Did it ever chew a shoe? You know what I mean?
Actually, depending, that the dog was well trained. Actually, it was well trained. Yeah.
What a delight.
Yeah.
So,
I know some dogs are
I
not
think
well trained, but
right, true. So here's the thing: is imagine I am-ish or was or whatever. It's hard to explain, but an atheist. But I remember looking back at that line and being angry when I was trying to prove myself to be smarter than whatever. And I was like, well, don't throw holy things to dogs, and don't throw pearls before swine. How do you know who the dogs are if you're not supposed to judge, right? How do you know who the swine are?
Well,
Isn't that judgment?
Oh, so okay, that's a good
different answer, but that was my original thought. I was like, haha. But then I came to realize that if you take a holy book and you give it to a dog, the dog doesn't know it's holy. The dog just knows it's a thing. And of course the dog's going to tear it up. And so it's a really compelling, it's this incredibly bizarre and beautiful logical Uno reverse that Jesus did, where he says, if you give holy things, he says, don't judge lest you be judged. Then he says, if you give holy books to dogs, don't do that, because they'll just tear it apart. And he's saying, you are the ass, not them. Don't get angry at the dog. The dog's just being the dog. And then, of course, don't throw pearls before swine. The reason, of course, being that.
Sorry to cut you off, Sandoval. Yeah, Don Juan. Yeah, sure, man. I don't have a pencil on me. Wait, give me 1 second. Sorry, set of all.
No. I don't mind. This has happened, I think, to us last time too, and I don't mind. It's
You
always
came
good.
up last time?
No. This would have been maybe a long time ago. It would have
Really?
been. Don't worry. If it wasn't with you, no, it may not have been with you. Honestly,
I
it's
don't,
cool. It's cool. Let's get back to Don
please
Juan.
pray of me who are using spirits to touch and hold on me 24. Oh yeah, man. You need some. You have like a
People.
pastor or something like that. Anything like you have a spiritual leader who could like guide you. Because if you're feeling like spirits are touching you, holding you, maybe you want to go to a pastor or you don't have a. Oh, but yeah, I'll definitely write that down, Don Juan. I'll definitely write that down.
Can I participate or not
Participate in what exactly?
in what Don Juan is talking about?
What you what you participate? Oh, you want to pray for him?
I think
You say you're not a believer, man.
He says, "Please pray, people
Off me who are
me."
using spirit.
No. Give me a second. Let's read and listen. Please pray, people off me who are using spirits to touch and hold on me all the time. So he's asking the prayer not to be released by the spirits, but to be released by or to be communicated to. Oh, I'm sorry. Don Juan, you're right. Take it back. All's good.
It's okay, set of all. But you can continue what you were saying, man. You can continue.
Yeah, no, it's irrelevant now.
What's irrelevant? What you mean?
I can't remember exactly where I was.
Well,
I
you was
was
talking
distracted
about how
by
when
myself.
Jesus said, "Don't throw the pearls before swines,"
Oh,
and like the
yeah,
dogs
yeah.
analogy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why did he say pearl before swine? Because he lived on the Sea of Galilee. And of course, the Sea of Galilee, they were mostly fishermen.
Correct.
And so they would eat the food, and then they would. What are they going to do with the detritus? They can feed pigs with bones and stuff, and so they throw all the shells and bones out into the pig yard, and that's so often why pig was actually considered dirty, because they would sometimes become infected not through their digestive system but through their skin by trichinosis and by other systems. Anyway,
I think I watched that in a video, a YouTube video, not too long ago. Don't remember when, but I think I saw something like that.
But the quirk is that they can eat anything. But every once in a while, a farmer would be going through his little pigsty, and he'd come upon a pearl, because the pigs can eat anything except compressed sand, which is a very hardened and spherical stone. So they would poop out the pearls. So don't if I feed pearls to swine, I take something of value and I give it to an animal that simply, not by no fault of his own, cannot digest it. I'm the dumbass for, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And in the same way,
the way you're talking, set of all,
for chewing up the Bible.
Set of all, you might as well be a Christian. You explaining biblical passages. Hey man, you might as well just find you a nice church, man, and you might as well just start joining the crew, man.
What if I know more than the crew?
Hey, that's an extra plus.
In a bad way.
I know. That's an extra plus. You could bring edification. You could bring knowledge to people. I think knowledge is important.
The thing is that the Christians they missed the point, the sweetness of the whole thing. All of it was turned into dust, and I just feel so sad for it. Paul and all of his, I saw it. I just feel so frustrated by him. He was a delight. The problem with Paul was that he saw Jesus more clearly than any of the people who actually knew him. But the problem was it wasn't that he had less faith in Jesus. It was that he was so profoundly overwhelmed by the truth of it that he tried to bring all of the Jews along against their will in a way. And so he took the old book and put it into the new book, thus diluting the message. And now modern Christians, to a large extent, mostly in the fundamental nature, are just Reformed Jews, still focused on the 10, when Christ said in John and Matthew, I bring you a new commandment. Love your neighbor and love your God. Isn't it sweet? Go back and read it again, and the mystery's all there. He says, I bring you a new commandment. He didn't say I bring you two. He says, I bring you a new commandment. Love your neighbor and love your God. So it was with the 10. Did you know that the 10 were written in 2 different tablets, but they're identical tablets? It wasn't 1 through 5 on one tablet and 6 through 10 on the other. It was 1 through 5 on one side, 6 through 10 on the other. 1 through 5 on one side, 6 through 10 on the other. 1 to be kept in the temple, 1 in the ark.
The ark.
It was a literal contract. It was like double ledger accounting. It was like, you know it, I know it, we're clear. When the hand of God came down there on Sinai, it only touched one side, but it came through to the other side. That's why the first 5 are about our relationship with God. The second 5 are the identical about our relationship with ourselves. When he said, I am the Lord your God, on the other side, what popped up was, honor your father and mother.
I have a question, man.
What
I
he
have a
was saying
question.
was,
Why aren't you a Christian?
because it would be a step backwards.
So what
I
are
am
you, if you don't mind
a
me
big-
asking?
What am I?
Yeah, what are you? What are you?
I'm the third message, man. I'm not nothing. I'm nobody, honestly. I am no one. But I've been atheist for a long time. And then 7 years ago, I had a thought, and now all things are clear.
So what
I'm in
are
communion
so
now.
so you're the third messenger?
No, that's too much for me, probably. Can't be. No, nope. I'm just some guy, dude. I'm nobody.
So
But
what
the
do you
message is clear. It's
So-
coming out.
so what do you
It's just
believe
gonna
in?
take time. I don't believe in anything. I only understand the things.
So
You could talk about quantum physics to biology to anything. Ask me anything.
are you, I'm trying to understand so I could kind of understand because
It will be difficult for you to find a place in which I fit into your psyche, unfortunately. And I'm nobody. Honestly, I'm just some guy who lives in New England, dude. I'm totally human, dumbass. And I refuse anything that says that I am not. It was told to me on the very first day. I got 3 messages. It's not about you. No grand gestures. Hold it lightly.
so who talked to you? Who gave you this message?
It
I'm
took
ju-
me 7 years to find out, and now that I know, honestly, the world's not quite ready for it. It's all cool, though. Don't worry, it's not anything weird. It's everything weird. It's great. All's going to be cool, but no big deal. Somebody wrote in the text or in the whatever thing. Who is he? The scary part is, I go into these lives, man, and I get called the most horrible stuff. I've been called a jinn. I've been called Lucifer and Satan. No one ever imagines it. Like I'm not. I don't have anything to share. I have no belief. I have nothing that will be evil. All's cool time, man. You know. But
Interesting.
if you have any questions about Jesus, the guy was dope.
Wait, you knew
I mean-
Jesus? You knew Jesus
I mean,
personally?
way beyond.
You knew Jesus personally?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
do now, though.
How do you know Jesus personally if you're not a Christian? I'm kind of.
I know, because it's like asking, Ben and Jerry's ice cream. It's like asking Ben and Jerry's, like asking somebody, hey, what's your favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor, when they know Ben and Jerry. I'm not trying to say that I'm anything, dude. Everything that's going to come to my face is only going to upset people. I don't want it to be that. Don't do that. Those are bad questions. Ask good questions. Imagine just this is science fiction. Imagine I'm pretending. Don't believe anything I say. But now, just with that context, let's talk. Like, what do we want to talk about? The nature of Jesus? I'll tell you, he was the most lonely man in the entire world.
Why you say that for?
Compelling and beautiful.
Why you say that for?
He was. Can you imagine what it must have been like? Let's just talk about it for real. Unless, listen, I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to upset anybody. But I have a fun story or an interesting story to tell if people wanted to hear it. It's different than you might. You're looking me up, aren't you?
I'm not looking you up. I'm trying to figure out what kind of belief you have. I'm trying to understand, because I'm trying to understand. Interesting.
Imagine the three New World prophets, which there are many. There have been many. There's actually Lao Tzu was another, but there's the ones we most talk about: Buddha, Muhammad, and Jesus. Each of them were an innovation in the age of the Messiah, an innovation on the age of the Father. The Father took a multiplicitous view in Hinduism, multiple view. The ostensible Father, and we're going to not go Father, we're going to go mind, or brain, right? We're going to go brain. So the brain, the multiple brain of Hinduism, the disseminated brain of paganism, and the singular brain of Judaism.
Interesting.
The singular brain of... Is this too much?
No, it's not too much. It's just stuff I'm just learning. So I'm just curious. So just, you could keep going.
Yeah. If everything I say, like I said, you must not, it is not about believing me. I am no one. If the message is true, the message is true.
So are you a prophet?
Time of no-ish. I don't know, man. I'm just the first. I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. I'm just some guy, man. If it is true, it's true. I don't know. It gets so tiring, though.
It's like,
it's just like I've been carrying this for.
So you don't know if you're a prophet? It sound like you're saying you are a prophet without saying you are a prophet.
Why did he say it's you who say I am?
Are you talking about Jesus?
Yeah. Why did he say it?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm curious.
It's because, if you're curious, it's because he became exhausted with being confused with the seemingly trillions of prophets out there saying they knew. And he's like, if you know, you know. The one thing you know, if you truly know, is that the one thing you don't, you know exactly that you don't know anything. So, like, button up, brother. Like, if you're the real thing, you're never going to say, I'm a prophet, because that means if you have to...
Oh, Yatsu. Oh, sorry.
Not seek...
Sorry to set you up. Sorry, I see some... because I know him. Well, we've been talking about slavery in the Bible and things like that. So we just been talking about that. We're just going slowly through the law, slowly but surely and stuff like that. But if you want to talk about it, that's fine too. I may not have everything fleshed out about the law and stuff like that, but after set of all discussed,
Dude, I'm happy to leave. It's no big deal. It's just a lot. Sometimes it's just fun to talk to people and not have to be held to. It's just a lot, man.
Hey, man, I feel you too, man.
He was the loneliest man you've ever met because no one knew what it was like.
We could both agree that he suffered a lot.
No one could hear him. Take care.
Take care. Interesting guess, guys. Interesting guess. Hey, let's try to get it 1.5K likes. Then I'm gonna get and make sure you guys share too. I'm pretty sure it's to share, yeah. Make sure you share it too, because that's how the TikTok algorithm works. Yeah, man, I think I did good, man. I don't know, man. He was confusing me, man. Genuinely, he was confusing me. I was trying to wrap my head like um yeah, Cinema. You could hop on TikTok just so the TikTok algorithm could really flourish. But yeah, so I'm gonna get you up, man. Whew, man, that man had me. Whew. Anyways, man, how you doing?
Peace be upon you, young brother.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Long time no hear.
And I drop in from time to time when you be busy, man. You be having all these people up.
Yeah, man, I'd be busy, man. I just love the engagement, discussion. The last guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what he was. Like he was claiming to be a prophet, but not be a prophet at the same time. I don't know. Never heard of it. He
I'm
said
gonna tell you something.
he said he knew Jesus. He didn't say he knew Jesus personally, but I don't even know, man. But you got anything to say, man? I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, man. Most people are distractions, man, to keep you, off the beaten path. They really like just like agents, believe it or not. But yeah, that's that, man. Like
Yeah.
understand how you can keep the Ten Commandments is prevalent because the way that you do that, this is what people don't talk about. How do you keep the Ten Commandments? You have to have the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Like you have to be born again in order to do this. And most people don't think that, they don't believe it, and they don't know it. They think that in their own power, like they can do the Ten Commandments. And the truth of the matter is you can't. Like you wouldn't even be conscious of how to know when the Shabbat is. You'll just be looking at what people say. It's like a mystery. Like you wouldn't even be conscious of how not to take the Lord's name in vain. You couldn't even fathom it.
Mhm.
You have to invoke the spirit of truth. And the only way that you do that is by doing the stuff that Jesus Christ said to do.
Amen.
Until that happens, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
I agree. Is there anything to follow in the Lord is by the strength of His Holy Spirit and things like that, guiding us to all truth, to all knowledge, and to all wisdom. Amen. We could agree on. I have a question.
Yep.
Pertaining. Do you feel like we have to keep all the laws, like including the dietary, the clothing laws, the washings and stuff like that? Do you?
So in a sense, not for righteousness. So I'm gonna tell you the secret behind this. So not for righteousness, like you saved with Christ.
Correct.
Like doing and teaching the least commandments opens up your understanding to seeing Christ at a greater light. So like every single thing that you find in the Old Testament or the law, if you don't observe it, then you kind of miss out on a part of your inheritance. Like you're righteous, you understand? Like you're the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. But if you never go into why God said don't eat this meat or why he said don't mix these fabrics, you don't get the revelation of Christ in those things.
Really?
And
So can you give me an example?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just thinking as you're talking and things like that. Can you give us an example or at least one law where you could like see Christ through like whether it's the dietary, the clothing laws, or whatever the case, the washing?
So the pig situation, right? The pork situation.
Correct.
You see a lot of this in the New Testament. It's really clear. Like demons, in a sense, go in pigs and jump off cliffs. You see, like it's showing you, in a sense, the type of behavior that a pig has. A pig, in a sense, is representing your lowest state dealing with God. So you don't want to waddle or you don't want to continue to eat like a pig or be like a pig. It's like the opposite of fasting.
I get what you're saying. Like there's some spiritual, you could get spiritual insight behind these things, right? That's what you're trying to insinuate,
Yes.
right? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
because every jot and tittle of the word of God, you understand, shows Christ. Like all of it. Like, and when I say every jot and tittle, I'm literally talking about the letters. Do you know the first letter in Afro-Asiatic language represents like an animal with horns, like a ram or ox or whatever? And then the last letter in Afro-Asiatic language represents the cross. So the whole thing is talking about an animal going to the cross. Like, that's just the letters. And every single letter does this. So, like, if a person like, well, I don't need to go back to the pure language, I don't need to see none of that, then you're going to miss out on a part of Christ.
Sorry, do you know, what do you think is the original pure language? You think it's Hebrew, right?
I don't.
Really?
I think that Hebrew, in a sense, is a technology. So it's a pure technology of crossing over words to see prophecies. So this is what I was trying to explain to you before. So like when Jesus, like in English, Jesus says, let's just say he said this in English, but he really didn't. But let's just say he did, right? When he says, if Satan cast out Satan, like that's a Hebrew prophecy. And I got to show you why. When you spell Satan backwards in Afro-Asiatic language, you get the word cast out. So the technology of how he's talking is Hebrew technology. It's not necessarily a language though, because you could do Satan is the same word in Aramaic and Ge'ez and Arabic. It's the same exact word. There's no different word in those different languages. But crossing it over like that, you understand, that's the technology of Hebrew.
So I have a question. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking as you're like talking, so I'm trying to understand. So how, like, where do you come to the consensus that the Bible, or at least the ancient Israelites, were speaking the Afro-Asia, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correct, language?
Yeah. So Afro-Asiatic language is a language family group.
Correct.
That all of those holy languages belong to.
Like the Hebrews and
yes, like they say Hebrew, Aramaic, Ge'ez, Arabic, all of them. So then this is what it is. The root words of all of those languages are the exact same words. You know how like in English, right? We have root words in English, but then we have those same root words in Latin. So like if they said Latin words that's in English too, you will understand them. So in the Afro-Asiatic languages, all the holy words, like the 2-letter words and the 3-letter words, are the exact same words, just different dialect. It's just like a person saying Amin, Amen, Amun. It's the same exact word. It even means the same exact thing when you look it up. It's just a dialect change.
Interesting. Something I'm have to research and things like that. So we talked about the law and stuff like that. So when you see, what about like the sacrifices? How do you see like Christ in the sacrifices?
No, stop it. You can't be serious.
I'm trying to understand your mind. So I'm just trying to, I'm engaging.
I mean, that's the easiest thing, you know. So you know, Abraham going up on the hill, and a ram is caught in the bush. You know, then he sacrifices the ram. That's obviously Christ. Every single time that is talking about, like the last letter in Afro-Asiatic language represents kind of like the altar or the wood. You understand? So the first letter in Afro-Asiatic language and the last letter in Afro-Asiatic language, all of that is talking about an animal sacrifice pretty much.
So I have a question. Where can I go to like a resource or a book that I could learn about all these languages or people group languages?
To learn about the people group languages, I mean, you can just research any Afro-Asiatic studies book. Okay. You know what I mean? Like if you want to do it that way, you can find some book on Afro-Asiatic studies and read up on them. Now, they don't know that mystery that I'm telling you, that the root words of all of those languages are the same exact words. That's something that you just gonna have to see for yourself.
Interesting. And I guess I'll say, what made you like, because I'm assuming you know at least the letters, right? So when you were learning these letters, like, did somebody like somebody that you watch or somebody that you read that made it click, or is just something that you read as you were studying yourself?
I was studying myself and I kept saying 1111. As I started to study the Afro-Asiatic languages, and I recognized that there was 22 of these letters. You can see this in the Bible too. In
Hmm.
Psalms 119, you'll see all 22 of those letters.
Correct. Yeah.
So when I started studying Afro-Asiatic language, I kept saying 1111, 1111. So every time I'm sitting down and I'm getting ready to study some Hebrew or some Aramaic or whatever, I keep seeing it. And then it dawned on me one day. It's 22 letters. Put 11 up top, 11 down low. And what I seen was this was the base root of all of the root words. Academia would tell you that root words are like 3-letter words and all of this stuff. But when you see the matrix of how the whole entire language is interlaced,
Hmm.
you see that they're all 2-letter roots and they all lined up just in the order that the alphabet comes in. So, and this is not by coincidence that in all Afro-Asiatic language, the first letter and the second letter, the definition of that word is father for all of them. Hebrew,
Oh,
Aramaic,
like Abba and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. That's not by coincidence, especially since we have in the Bible where it says we call Father Abba. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving you clues and showing you this stuff. So then once you line it up like that, you're gonna see like how the pattern works. It's gonna unfold to you. And then on top of that, it's pictures. And all of these pictures, you find these words in the Bible. So it makes it very, very easy for you to understand what's going on with it.
Interesting. Real interesting. Hey, thank you, Cinema, for getting that live stream, man. I see you working, man. You putting that overtime, man. Getting that live stream up, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the likes. But yeah, you'd see a pretty interesting. I'm gonna go study this because I did just do a quick Google search. Um, there's Semitic languages, Cushites, Ometic, and you got Egyptians and
Oh,
stuff like that.
it's 400 of them, man.
Yeah, it's a
There's
lot.
no-
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. It's a
There's
lot.
no way, in a sense, that you will be able to study them all. What I'm going to say to you, I have a Patreon, man. I make it easy for you. When you go on there, go to Ibrahim Laws, and I lay it out for you. This information was revealed by the Spirit. Like, I think that Yahweh, in a sense, held it. I think that the people who don't see numbers in synchronicity like that, they can't see it. And I have, and I did.
Interesting.
If you start seeing numbers in synchronicity like that, it might be a call for you, in a sense, to, do the same.
Interesting. Real interesting. Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you, man, for joining, man.
And no problem, man. Anytime.
Have a good one, man.
All right, peace.
Peace. All right, guys, that was Yitzi. Um, trying to, I can't copy or paste it, but I could just get the last of the URL and stuff like that. Yatsu. Okay. So yeah, this is not the like I said, even people who I may disagree with or people who I'm trying to learn their position and stuff like that. I don't know much about Yatsu's things, so I can't really say I necessarily disagree with him on everything, but we could agree that there's spiritual meaning behind the scriptures and the law and stuff like that. That Jesus said that the Old Testament speaks of him, and it's like a light to him. We will both agree with on that and stuff like that. So I just find interesting when he was saying all these things. So very interesting. Something that I would take a look at afterwards after I do my little study. There's a lot of things I got to study, guys, if I'm being real with you guys. And also as well, I was thinking about starting up a free Patreon because I'm always reading books and stuff like that. Just giving like my notes and like when I take notes of certain books. When I take notes of certain books, just put it on there and stuff like that. It's gonna be free. So we could build a community and stuff like that who are willing Hey, appreciate it. I still have to make it though. But yeah, I'm trying to make a community, man. People who are willing to learn, people who are willing to grow and things like that. So yeah, so it should be because I see a lot of thing with Discord, but Discord, I don't know. Discord wishy-washy, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Discord, man. But Patreon, I think it's better. I think I could put more restrictions and guideline. Yeah, thank you, Cinema. I appreciate it, man. I'm working hard for the kingdom, man. Working real hard, man. I got a lot of things lined up, man. Actually, I've been working. That's why you guys haven't seen a lot of like TikTok shorts or TikTok vids and a lot of YouTube shorts and stuff like that. It's because I've been working, man. I've been working, man. I got some tricks underneath my sleeves, man. I try my best to work when I'm not working. This is like my second like full-time job, I guess you could say. But without the pay, but you know, it's okay though. For like the people that I get to talk to and the people I get to witness to, it's definitely a blessing, man. Like definitely something that I never want to undermine or underlook and things like that. Not a lot of people get the chance to do that. So yeah. Yep. So you know we gotta do what we gotta do. Hey man, God bless you, Cinema man. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support, man. You worked hard enough, man. You got it to almost 5,000 likes, man. So God bless you, man. God bless you. Have a safe time. Enjoy your trip and things like that. So God bless you, man. Yeah. So people are here, man. Like up the live stream, man. The live's been going pretty good so far. Um, let's see. I don't know how people feel about like interesting, interesting. Yep, I think the live's going good, man. In the meantime, let's just read. Let's read Jeremiah chapter 34 because that's what people that's what I brought to another brother. His name is Clips. He was here earlier. I saw him and he was liking up the dang. I'm in my Bible. But yeah, he was here not too long ago, and he wanted to show him verses that shows how your slave was supposed to be treated in ancient Israel. So it says Jeremiah chapter 34, verse 9. It says that every man should set free his male and female slave, a Hebrew man or woman, that no one should keep a Jewish brother in bondage. Now, when all the princes and all the people who had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should set free his male and female slaves, that no one should keep them in bondage anymore, they obeyed and let them go. So you see that they let them go. But what they do after that? But afterwards they changed their minds and made the male and female slaves return whom they had set free, and brought them into subjection as male and female slaves. So we see that God was mad on the Israelites because you know why? They let go or free their slaves, and then they enslaved them again, and they mistreated them, and God wasn't having none of that. So that's a good little proof text and things like that for that whole conversation. I think, I think to be honest, guys, I think I may call it a wraps for tonight, man. I may call it a wrap, man. You know, nice little hour, 2 hours live stream and things like that. Man, hopefully you guys are all blessed, man. God bless you guys. I'll be live tomorrow for longer after church, and I'll be live streaming for longer, maybe for 2 hours. But like I tell people, I got a life, so got that right. Enjoy. All right, YouTube land. God bless you guys. You guys have a blessed one. Peace.